Caitlin Clark will return soon. Caitlin is very close to returning. Caitlin worked on it. Wearing even a small amount of muscle might have a mechanical impact on you. It certainly can. There is video all over the place. Cece is reportedly beginning to work out with the first squad. Caitlin Clark appears to be 2 practices away from making her comeback. Caitlin Clark's startling new practice video went viral 2 minutes ago. The key issue being asked by fans is if she is truly returned or has been wounded once more. Caitlin Clark is wearing the colors of the first team. Caitlin Clark appears to have practiced with the first squad for the first time today. Caitlin Clark is wearing the colors of the first team, as you can see. Caitlin Clark appears to have practiced with the first squad for the first time today. Caitlin Clark has returned to practicing with the ones at last. Not merely practicing shooting techniques. No, the first team unit is back in practice. That's huge news. Today was Caitlin Clark's first session with the first squad. Oh no, spaghetti. Oh no, time is almost here. Caitlin Clark has returned to practicing with the ones at last, not merely practicing shooting techniques. With the first team unit, it's not only no back practice. That's huge news. The fact that she is practicing is still a good thing. She's practicing there, she is participating in every activity. For the purpose of working out with the squad, she is traveling with them. It seems as though she would not be doing all of this if she were simply waiting. Caitlin is very close to returning. However, there is still a bright side to this. The fact that she is practicing is still a good thing. She's practicing there. She is participating in every activity. For the purpose of working out with the squad, she is traveling with them. She would just be staying in Indiana, just like all the other wounded players, if she were simply waiting and acting as though there was no way she was still completely recovering. She would remain in Indiana, where she would keep an exercise regimen with trainers. She would simply be exercising in Indiana. And if she was really on the side of, okay, she's shutting it down for the year or she's still completely rehabbing, that is, she is near. Caitlin is very close to returning. Caitlin worked on it. Caitlin Clark appeared to be 2 practices away from returning to action. And this is the video that everyone has been anticipating. You can observe the development as she ultimately joins the squad. Since the release of this practice video, the fans have been chatting on the internet. Caitlin Clark appeared to be 2 practices away from making her comeback. Yesterday, new video was made public. People's attention to detail is driving our fans crazy with their reactions. Insane. The most important topic at this point will be whether or not Caitlin Clark returns. Caitlin Clark's most recent practice video recently went viral. Everyone is praising her for her sharp appearance and fluid movement in spite of everything that has happened to her. This goes beyond simple shooting exercises. She's back on the court now, playing against her teammates. Numerous things are happening in life, and the past few days have been somewhat difficult. I'll be back on track then. I will get back on course. I'm hoping to get 7 or 8 videos today. That's the hope, sort of. It is hoped that 7 or 8 videos will be released today. After that, we'll have to broadcast what I believe to be the most crucial game the Fever are playing. The most significant match the Fever will play tomorrow is this one. Sorry, but not tomorrow. The most crucial game will be today, I guess. There is video all over the place. Cece is reportedly beginning to work out with the first team. It appears that things are getting better. Now, Guy, we have to be honest. This season has lasted a long time. It's a huge comfort for all of us to finally watch this footage, since I have been missing Cece myself. There's video all over the place. Cece is reportedly beginning to work out with the first team. It appears that things are getting better. Now, Guy, we have to be honest. This season has lasted a long time. I must admit that I have been missing Cece. Man, I can't lie to you. It's exhausting to watch her go berserk in college and her rookie year, and then to see her barely playing this year. It's genuinely draining. She's working out with the team there. She's working out for a shoot. She's returning, you see, although she doesn't appear quite as large. Additionally, I believe that many people have been pointing out numerous instances in which she has been sitting with them side by side. Her arms stand out a lot, yet she appears to be working out with the squad. She's working out for a shoot. She's returning, you see, although she doesn't appear quite as large. Additionally, I believe that many people have been pointing out numerous instances in which they are side by side while she has been sitting down. Her arms make it quite obvious. She appears to have shed a significant portion of the weight she gained during the off-season. And I believe that may be advantageous. It simply isn't always that way. You only have to pray that nothing negative occurs after that. And it's obvious that Caitlin Clark had a negative experience. Furthermore, it's not like this is a major issue at the end of the day. I continue to believe that Caitlin Clark's problems are not very serious. However, anything inappropriate for a professional athlete can lead to recurring injuries. There are instances when it's just not like that, and in those situations, you just have to hope that, well, nothing horrible occurs. And it's obvious that Caitlin Clark had a negative experience. Furthermore, it's not like this is a major issue at the end of the day. Furthermore, I don't believe that Caitlin Clark's problems are particularly serious. However, as a professional athlete, it's one of those situations where anything is inappropriate. In fact, I've witnessed it happen at the upper amateur levels when someone sustains a lower body injury and it keeps happening. I believe that many people are afraid of her returning because they don't want her to get hurt again. At worst, the groin strain is grade 1. Her decision to return too soon from a groin strain won't end her career. It would probably be in a totally different way if she were injured now. We're all like, oh, we don't want her to come back because we don't want her to get hurt even more. And I believe that many people share this sentiment. At worst, the groin strain is grade 1. Perhaps it's a grade 1 strain of the groin. Her premature return from a groin strain won't spell the end of her career. In the event that she is injured after returning, it will be for a totally different reason, and in a very different way. She doesn't move quickly enough, in my opinion, to sustain a bizarre injury. In the end, I'm happy that she's returning, even if she has a serious injury. All I want is for her to be herself. I'd rather not see her again. She's also playing games for 15 minutes each. Compared to her, Odyssey Sims is taking more shots. It won't help, and she runs the danger of being hurt again if she returns with limitations. Ultimately, I am happy that she will be returning. All I want is for her to be herself. She's only playing games for 15 minutes, and I don't want to see her again. Do you understand what I mean? Compared to her, Odyssey Sims is taking more shots. Like, no, she had best get her shot if she returns. When it comes to Odyssey Sim shots, I don't care. I will tell it how it is with you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't give a damn. All that taking twin shots, Kelsey. No. No. Oh, now we have Clark here. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. She had already been injured. They're all mysteries. She was wounded. She is presently doing well. When she's here, we won't quit ball hogging. And let Clark ball hog if we are. Many supporters are also concerned about if she is hurrying this comeback. She has already missed time due to a groin problem. People are also worried about how fast she's being pushed back now that practice videos are being released. Caitlin hurting herself again is the last thing anyone wants. This most likely indicates that Caitlin Clark is practicing nonstop. The fact that this is an away practice is what makes it all so bizarre. Given that this is an away practice, we recall Stephanie White mentioning that they'll see when Caitlin Clark returns. So I'm not sure if the media from places like Indy are permitted to be there. I'm just curious if they had her return for the entire West Coast trip. She should just sit out the remainder of the season, according to some critics. Some contend that the team needs her presence right now, even if she isn't fully recovered, while others contend that the risk of exacerbating the injury is too great and that her long-term career is more crucial. It's really, really uncommon. And for people to say things like, oh, these zero ego players. In 90% of the teams they were on prior to joining that league, every single player on this league was the greatest player on their squad. They are among the top players. They are among their team's top 2 or 3 players if they travel abroad. They were their team's best player when they were younger. Before entering this league, they were most likely the team's top player or among the top 2, 3, or 4 players when they were in college. You can't succeed then. Being successful with little ego is extremely difficult, particularly for a famous player like Caitlin Clark. The issue with Caitlin Clark is this. Will she hold up, or will the injuries keep coming back? Is the primary concern surrounding this widely shared practice clip, and admirers ask it every time she makes progress. Oh, Paige got a championship. Speaking from a perspective shaped by decades in the sport, Nancy Lieberman underlined Clark's ability to catch attention, elevate the league, and inspire a new generation of basketball fans. She highlighted Clark's impact as something that rivals legends like Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods in terms of influence. Speaking from a perspective shaped by decades in the sport, Lieberman underlined Clark's ability to catch attention, elevate the league, and inspire a new generation of basketball fans. And that really is where the rubber meets the road for Nancy Lieberman. And really putting Caitlin in her rightful place. And folks, what does that really mean when you put somebody in their rightful place, right? You're really letting everybody know that Caitlin Clark has been a godsend. It's like the WNBA is a plate of food, and Cece's that spice, that hot sauce, that cayenne pepper. That's what she is. I miss the logo threes. I miss the crowd going crazy. The truth is, female basketball period needs Caitlin Clark, and this season has really shown me how much she means to the sport. It's like the WNBA is a plate of food, and Cece is that spice, that adobo, that hot sauce, that cayenne pepper. Like, that's what Cece is. I miss the logo threes. I miss her threading the needle for the passes. I miss the long court passes. I miss the court vision. I miss her firing the crowd up because she gets me amped up when I'm at home and she's doing it straight up. And shout out to Paige Beckers and Camilla and Angel and everybody else, the other class that came in with her and after her. Ain't nobody like Cece. Ain't nobody like Cece. Paige, you've been getting guarded by one person this whole goddamn season. That didn't happen to Cece last season. Sorry, this got to be real. The thrill comes with Cece. Everybody online is buzzing about this latest practice video. Some fans are saying it proves she's ready to return, while others are worried it's too soon. The reaction has been split, but one thing is clear. Everyone is watching Caitlin Clark. This is the most important game the Fever are going to be playing. Tomorrow. Well, sorry, not tomorrow. Today is going to be the most important game. And if they win this game, they're essentially guaranteed to not be in that awful, awful stage where you have to go through the Liberty and the Lynx. You have to go to Lynx through the Lynx and the Liberty before getting to the finals. And I just have this weird feeling like there's this optimism that I have in the playoffs this year to figure in the finals. Social media exploded the moment that clip hit. Thousands of fans sharing, commenting, and debating whether she's rushing back. Some called it inspiring, others called it reckless. Either way, Caitlin Clark's name is everywhere again. That this girl don't come back 100% healthy and work her way ass to the championship. Because if you think she popular now, y'all will probably never get mentioned again in the WNBA. Because what y'all hold against her right now is a championship. Oh, Paige got a championship. There's one here. I think this is the first video where I see what y'all are saying about her losing some muscle. People were debating online if she lost weight or if we were being gaslit into believing it, but everyone agreed something about her looks different in that practice footage. There's one here. I think it's the first video where I see what y'all are saying about her losing some muscle. And that's for me anyway. I got sent this one. I'm like, it kind of makes sense. Do we think it's good or not? Can't tell. If she lost weight or being gaslit and believing she did. No, she did. She did like 3 to 5 pounds on a 6-foot person, isn't visible to naked eye. Apart from the arms, that was the issue. This was the issue didn't help. Injuries in her legs all at once. You can tell by side to sides like you're saying 3 to 5 lbs. It's probably a little bit more than that, but like you can tell a lot of the time with stuff like that. You could tell coming into the year. Caitlin Clark is almost back. Must. TV is about to be back. Take a look at this here. Caitlin Clark had her first practice with the first team today. This is big news. Caitlin Clark is almost back. CC is back. Must TV is about to be back. Take a look at this here. Caitlin Clark is in first team colors. It looks like Caitlin Clark had her first practice with the first team today. That is big, big, big news. There's still a positive, and it's the fact that she's practicing. She's there in practice, taking part in everything, traveling with the team so she can work out. Caitlin is really, really close to coming back. But there is still a positive here. There's still a positive, and it's the fact that she's practicing. She's there in practice. She's taking part in everything. She's there and she's traveling with the team so that she can work out with the team. Like if she was just waiting, if she was still fully rehabbing and in full rehab, she would just be staying in Indiana just like with all the other injured players. She would be staying in Indiana, and she would have trainers in Indiana, and she'd be working out. She would just be working out in Indiana. And that's if she completely was on the side of like, okay, she's shutting it down for the year, or she's still completely rehabbing. She is close. Caitlin is really, really close coming back. Caitlin practiced. It looked like Caitlin Clark is about 2 practices away from making her return. This is the footage that everybody has been waiting for. Fans are excited seeing her, finally moving with the team again. It looked like Caitlin Clark is about 2 practices away from making her return. New footage was released yesterday. We got fans reacting, and it's crazy because the way people pay attention to detail. Crazy. Now, the biggest topic is going to be, should Caitlin Clark come back? The latest practice footage of Caitlin Clark just went viral. Everybody is talking about how sharp she looks and how smooth she's moving. This isn't just shooting drills. She's back on the floor competing. There's a lot of stuff going on in life, and it's been a bit of a rough couple of days. So I'll be back on track. Hopefully back on track for 7 or 8 videos today. That's kind of the hope. That is the hope, to be back for 7 or 8 videos today. And then we're going to have to stream what is, in my opinion, the most important game the Fever are playing. This is the most important game the Fever are going to be playing tomorrow. Well, sorry, not tomorrow. Today is going to be the most important game. There is footage circulating everywhere. Allegedly, CC is starting to practice with the first team. Looks like progress is being made, and after such a long season, this is exactly what fans wanted to see. There is footage circulating everywhere. Allegedly, CC is starting to practice with the first team. Looks like progress is being made. Now, we gotta keep it real here, man. This has been a very long season. I personally have been missing CC myself. I can't lie to y'all, man. To go from watching her go crazy in college to her rookie year, she go bananas to this year when she's barely even playing is exhausting. It's literally exhausting. She's there doing workouts with the team. She's doing shooting workouts. She's coming back, but she does not look nearly as bulky. People have noticed the change, especially in her arms, as the practice footage spreads. But she's there doing workouts with the team. She's doing shooting workouts. Look, she's coming back, but she does not look nearly as bulky. And I think a lot of people have been pointing out a lot of things where they're side by side when she's been sitting down. It's really noticeable with her arms. It seems like she's lost quite a decent chunk of the bulk that she put on in the Caitlin is close to being back. She wouldn't be on the road with the team if there wasn't a real chance of her return. This practice video shows she's almost there. The concern now is whether she's being rushed. We've seen her sidelined with a groin issue, and the last thing anyone wants is for her to get injured again. Everybody had their chance when she was gone. Now it's over. Caitlin Clark is back on the horizon, and nobody can ignore it. Caitlin is close to being back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's there practicing with the team. She's there around the team. She's there I don't know how much practice taking part in. We don't know. It's much more close shop than last year. This probably means Caitlin Clark is practicing in full throttle. And what's crazy about all of this is that this is the away practice. With this being an away practice, I'm not sure if the media from Indy is allowed to be there. Everybody, you had your chance. She only played in 13 games. She gave everybody else a full season to try to get your name up, try to get your fame up. If she comes back, she better get her shots. We don't want to see her limited or held back. Fans want the real CC, the one who can take over a game. Her presence has led to higher TV ratings, larger audiences at games, and increased coverage of the WNBA. That's the Caitlin Clark effect in action. At the end of the day, I am glad that she's coming back. I just want to see her be her. I don't want to see her back and she's playing 15 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? S is taking more shots than her. No. If she come back, she better get her shots. Her presence has led to higher TV ratings, larger audiences at games, and increased media coverage of the WNBA. She wouldn't be here. She wouldn't